All right, and we are live. It is stream time. How's it going, Kevin? I am super glad to have you here, my dude. You were saying it's, I believe, one of your first times catching the stream, or that you've just finally caught the stream. But how is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is doing absolutely excellent on this big old hump day. Good old hump day. We've got ourselves a pretty fun shot to try to take off here in the beginning of the stream. Sergeant Deadeye wanted to see a fun iron sight shot with the Algstids there, and we've got beautiful conditions for making this shot. Speaking of beautiful conditions, the blizzard has finally broken here in Canada. We're finally back to some kind of decent weather, actually. No, don't go around the corner. That was the doggo I wanted to shoot. So I guess we'll have a second to wait here to see him come back. I don't want to make this one because it feels like a little bit of a cop-out. So let's see if this doggo will come back. But the blizzard's finally broken in Canada, which means that I get to go out airsofting soon, which is real nice, man. But, yeah, man, how's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Hello from Lithuania. Dude, cheers from Canada. After a good lasagna, a stream with you, how could the day be better? That is the real question. Man, very nice. Any sort of pasta is a good pasta. Is a good way to pass the time. Okay. All right, there's my dad joke for the stream. It looks like he's back. All right, let's see if we can make the shot. No! Oh, this is a hard one. Alright, we've used one mag. I'm gonna give myself one more mag worth. He's come a bit closer. Ooh, this is hard. So this is 200 meters right now. Even though he's coming into the 150 meter range. At least we have infinite miss shot leeway, so we can whip all these shots. Is he gonna stop for us? No, he's not. He's just on the prowl. Alright. Well, we'll maybe try that shot again. Whoa, hey, entered combat. That's not right. Is it this boyo down here? What am I shooting at? Okay, there's a hit. There we go. Jeez, man! Starting the stream off with the tough shot. Maybe not the best. Whatever. Obviously, I need to practice my iron sights a little bit more with the ALG. Measure out bullet drop. Let's see what's going on there. Let's see what's going on there. Am I shooting on point at 200 meters? Getting some weird combat glitches. Good old stuff. It's very hard to tell. Because I'm not even seeing the dust kick up that far. It doesn't render that far. Dang it. I've always wanted, dudes, I've always wanted a really long range sniper kind of target range so that we could go off and like really test this stuff out, figure out bullet drop really efficiently in the game here. But sadly, hasn't happened yet. All right, where's this frickin' stinking doggo? Where are you at? Ah! All right, there we go. Fire into the water. Good thinking. Good thinking. Yeah, so it does feel pretty on point at 200 meters. There's probably about, I would say, the front sight. You can see the front sight, right? The drop is probably about the size of the front sight. Roughly. Yeah. All right, let's see. Now that we've got that kind of measured out a little bit better. We don't have any dogs to shoot over there. Of course. Anyway. I tried, did I? I tried, my dude. I tried to pull off a spiffy shot. But the main thing, the main course of the stream is going to be us doing some buildinating here. For the next year with GZ, I wish that the devs add more medical and trap items. Any idea to make a video? I absolutely could, especially because we got that one utility pack, and it would be fantastic to see more. So I could probably whip up something for that. I could think of something. Especially because the trap materials in Generation Zero are something that really needs to be expanded on. So really quickly here, we've made a bit more progress. I pulled the build out and along this way a little bit, and just kind of cleared up this side of the wall and figured out some of the defenses too, because the main thing of this base is that we're going to be doing a lot of base assaults here. So I want to make sure that this thing is just loaded with turrets all around, man. I feel like we don't need to defend the trench line so much. We have a lot of natural defense going on here. Let's get on out. So we've got a lot of natural defenses going on here. The machines will potentially get trapped down here, and if they do manage to make it up to the side, they could potentially be hanging out in the barbed wire, getting mucked up the whole time they're trying to fight the base. But the areas where this base is actually kind of maybe not so well defended by the environment is all three other sides. So I really want to make sure that this base, especially on these three sides, is just filled with turrets, man. Just filled with turrets. So let's get back on in here. As well, we got quite a few people coming through today. Hopefully everyone is having an absolutely excellent Wednesday today. Let's get into build mode here. So here, Pack of Chips was actually asking for some build tips. When you're dealing with a build of this size, you can't really plan the entirety of it. You could try to, but there's a lot that goes on in a build like this that is very much not plannable. So as a bit of a pro tip, I guess more towards mega base building than typical base building, but it still applies to typical bases, is that, you know, build it 3 times, build it 4 times until you're happy. Never just build one thing and be like, you know, like, it'll work, I guess. Don't take the it'll work, I guess, in Generation Zero. You can always finagle things by utilizing things like pillars to put in even spaces, or utilizing pillars to make, you know, a gap of 4, say, right? We need to, say for instance, we need to protect our turret, but it's 4 wide. So what you would do is you would move the turret on over here. You would take, or actually no, I guess it was okay where it was. You could take it, put it right there. What am I thinking? Because I'm thinking of using ones, right? So, so you could take this boyo. Let's see here. How did I work it out in the past? I guess it doesn't really work, but you know, you can, jeez, you can try, you know, you can finagle things, you can work them around, and you can really get things to try to, like, jive a little bit better. It's hard to demonstrate, but it's easier when it's, like, in the flow of building and stuff. Let's take a sip of water here real quick. Thank you very much, Marathon. I'm quite happy with how this base is turning out. Being like an entirely elevated base, in the first place I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. But now that I'm actually building it, this might wind up being one of my favorite base defense bases that I've built so far. Yo, what up, Axolotl? Welcome to the stream, dude. PVG90 has to be easy mode in Generation Zero. Got it last weekend. Dude, Kevin, excellent. I hope you enjoy it, man. It pretty much is easy mode in Generation Zero. When the machines can't hide their components from you, that's when you win every single fight, man. But for the harder difficulties, the PVG really comes in handy. Absolutely comes through like a legend in Guerrilla mode and stuff. So what we're going to start off with here is kind of making a way to get out into this middle area. And there are some areas that we can't build at, so I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with our fast travel location for this base. And we're going to try to figure that out in today's stream. So let's take this guy along. Place down our pillars. Luckily enough, everything here is mirrored, so it all just works out nicely. Now, we got, what, 6? So we're going to take out these middle 2. There we go. And now we're going to bust out the Scaffy boys. The theme of the base, essentially. And we're going to fill in this upper area just around this turret. There we go. This one's actually kind of flush, which is nice. The interesting thing about building with scaffolding here so much is that I really notice all the dips and the little bends and stuff like that in the terrain. Normally you walk over it and you don't even notice it because of the smoothing of the terrain. But with the scaffolding, you really notice when your character's just like bumping and stepping all over the place. Especially in areas like this. It's cool. Alright, let's get to a little bit of chat here. Do you have a video on good apparel schematic loadouts? I do, actually, from way back in the early days. So I highly advise checking that one out. It's dated, but the information is still completely sound in it. What up, Galaxy? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. Can you make a base look like a Roman Colosseum? I wish we could build vertically like that, Keith. It would be so sick, man. Where you and the machines can duel it on. It would be a great thing to have a wolf, hunter, and you all battling it out in the center. Yeah, man. Maybe someday when Generation Zero's building system maybe gets expanded on or something like that. If we could build vertically and if we could build at angles, then Colosseum absolutely would happen. Or my own version of FOA or something like that. TZ Held Steve Part 2, let's go. Does a mod exist that removes the mission or sounds from the glitched mission? No, it does not. Yeah, no, sorry, Weird. That bug is a really unfortunate one. I wish that mods could do that. Like straight up just solve a bug like that, but that would be something that you would see well after a game's lifetime. Yeah, will take a while, but hopefully we'll see the devs fix that up before we need to get modders in here. Trying to kill a harvester rival. Where did 2 other harvesters come from? And a tank. Ah, buddy, Sintu, my dude. Hopefully, just stay calm, focus on your targets. You probably want to go for the weaker machines before you go for the rival, or maybe go for the rival first. It all depends on, like, which one you value as a higher target. Which one causes more threat. Though remember, you can always remove the rocket pods from the harvesters really easy in that fight. Alright, dudes. So let's build this along here. Alright, so we're gonna need to put in a couple of these. A couple sideways Scaffy boys. We'll just do that, and that'll work it all out. See, that's what I was meaning more so when I was talking earlier about those tips. It's easier to show in the moment than it is to, like, create an example. Alright. Let's just fill this in. My wood supply is crying. My wood supply is absolutely crying. But that's okay, because I think once we run out of wood here, we're going to start working on some of the defenses and planning that out. Because I built these defenses in post, and I feel like they're okay, but I feel like building the defenses first will be a smarter method of going about these other walls. So let's just fill this all in with scaffolding. I like how this is all working out. I don't have to do any problem solving on live and in person here, which is good. Cozy, man. Very cozy. Alright, let's use up the rest of our scaffolding and just try to fill in this big old chunk here. Again, this base is just going to be a solid chunk of a base. Alright, let's see here. By the way, how's the music going today, folks? Hopefully the music is at a good volume and everything. I turned it up a single point from yesterday. Alright, let's go along like a so. I think this is okay. I might rebuild this later and kind of keep the wall thing running along. I don't know. I think it's pretty okay as just a bunch of scaffolding, though. Alright. Let's place this final one and get to some chat here. So, music is okay. Excellent. Excellent. Another DJ by the name of Fool. I'll have to check him out. I'm very much into this music genre called funk, so if there's anything kind of similar to it, I'm super down for it. It's nice. Good. Excellent. Too much trees and rocks. You can't even run. Big chaos. Oh, sin too. That feel, man. Try to use the trees and rocks. Try to use them. Because they're made out of that crazy Swedish IKEA furniture materials. So they're all invincible, man. Normally I'm a metal guy, but sometimes a little changes don't hurt. You know what, Marathon? I was a metal guy for the longest time, and it was only maybe about my early 20s that I started listening to just any genre I could listen to. It was like this weird phase for me music-wise where I was like, all right, I've listened to metal for like almost 2 decades at this point. Let's try to switch things up. And so lately I've been very much into like electronic music and you know, fusion rock and like, you know, a whole bunch of genres that are way off from what I used to listen to. Because I also used to listen to the crazy metal, like Rings of Saturn and like, you know, Lorna Shore and like the really, really hardcore stuff. I still do, of course. I still do. I can't drop the metalhead in me. But nowadays, it's just a lot more varied, too. Alright, there we go. Now, let's put in the concrete here. Nope. Shooting at something. What are you shooting at? Who? Where? Is it this one? It is! He's shooting at the harvester, I think. This freaking harvester, this poor boyo. He seems almost like a set spawn around this base, which is going to be really unfortunate for him. Oh, hey, I don't have 50 BMG. What? I guess we'll take him down with 556. Bonker metal is a good background music, in my opinion. There we go, man. You know, yeah, it was during Halloween. I was showing you guys some of the metal I listened to. Some, like, Halloween-inspired metal and stuff. There's a tree there. Oh, are you avoiding it? Just barely. So today we are playing on Skirmish. In the last couple streams we were playing on Guerrilla mode, but today isn't going to be really too combat filled. No way, we get the 4-crown automat from a prototype harvester. That loot bug is bizarre. Death to all but metal, you know what? Respect to that, man. I had that standpoint for many, many years. 80s vibe every once in a while. You know what? Actually, there's this one funk artist. Oh, I'm trying to think of his name, but I'm so bad with names. Also, Hunter, what are you doing? There's this one guy, and he raps like Vanilla Ice. If any of you dudes know Vanilla Ice, that's like premium 80s, 90s rap. Frickin', he raps like Vanilla Ice over funk beats, which is great. I don't know if Vanilla Ice is a Canadian thing or if he was like an American thing. A remnant of the past, that's for sure. Give him the butt! Whoa! Do I listen to Lorne? The name is vaguely familiar. Is the Soviet weapons pack worth it for a mid and end game playthrough? Yeah, man, actually, you know what? All of the weapon packs are great for end game playthrough, because it gives you something new to go out and hunt. Something new to grind. Generally, by the end game, you're going to have a very healthy collection of the base game weapons. So the DLC packs are perfect for your end game, late game play, and expanding it. Alright, dudes. So let's continue with this concrete here. Sabaton, yes, dude. You know what, Einar? I love a lot of metal bands from Sweden. Vildharda is one of my favorite gent bands. Thal, very much Thal. Their latest album was a masterpiece. Yeah, man. Meshuggah, too. I mean, come on. I grew up on Meshuggah. And it's really funny. I didn't even know that a lot of my favorite metal bands were from Sweden until kind of recently, you know? It was before Generation Zero, but it was just recently before Generation Zero that I started tying together the dots that a lot of the metal I like is from Sweden. Sweden and Norway and stuff like that. I think it's the black metal roots in those metal communities that really brings about some serious heaviness. Alright, so let's kind of encapsulate this boyo here. We can't build in there, so we might as well just box the whole thing off. And you are going in this boyo. Alright. Place down the stone walls. And I know I said this wasn't going to be a combat stream, but we will break things up in just maybe 10 or so minutes from now to go off and do a little bit of a rival grind at the half-hour point. Let's close this. There we go, dudes. It is freaking coming along, man. Alright, so let's fill in this because I'm very curious what's going to happen to our fast travel point. Okay. I lost my place there for a second. Too many scaffolding. Or not enough scaffolding. I guess we'll find out here. Oh, jeez. He was big for all of 5 minutes in the UK. Let's go. If you made a video of you killing 4 wolves at the same time, Colin, if I can try to set that up, expect to see a short of it. If I ever get a scenario where I get 4 Spetsnaz wolves, all in the exact same spot, heck yeah, man. That would be a great little challenge. Alright, let's fill in the last of these. Ah, dang it. I knew it. I was like, hey, I'm having good flow, but one of them had to be off. All right, there we go. Now, let's do this for science, my dudes. Let's figure out what just happened to my fast travel point, because I just built over the entire area. You actually like hard base, dude. Respect, respect. My first experimental PVG you got from a level 1 Phoenix Hunter. Dude, good find. How do you fix the really fast aim speed for scopes without making aiming really slow for iron sights on PC? So, here, I'll just show off my settings. Because I find my settings to be really, really comfortable in this game. So, proportional aim sensitivity is on, and the actual keyboard and mouse 35 and 30, and then I run my mouse at 1500 DPI. I believe it's 15. Maybe it's 18. Let me double check my DPI. It is 15. So then I run it at 1500 DPI, and it is buttery smooth, dude. Buttery smooth. There's like no difference between aiming down iron sights and aiming down scopes. The difference is very, very minimal. Yeah. So hopefully that helps. Any PC brethren out there that maybe find the game's sensitivity to be a bit odd, definitely try out those settings. Hopefully I didn't run over them too quickly. Alright. Bam! There we go. Alright, fast travel time. I'm really hoping that we wind up on top of the scaffolding. That would be the dream. No! We're in the scaffolding! No! No! Alright. Where are we in the scaffolding? It's just an ocean of scaffolding. I can't tell. It was a 50-50 chance. It was either we wound up on top of the scaffolding and lived the dream, or we wound up in the scaffolding. When you scaffy boy too much. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a second dip down. I've decided that I guess the base can't be completely completely scaffolding. I guess we're gonna need a little bit of normal base here. Alright. Let's run along, delete these boyos. We'll have a gap at 3. And I guess this will give us a spot to put a plundra and stuff like that. Because I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, oh man, you know, we won't need a plundra. But maybe we will. So let's do this here. And then hopefully it'll fit nicely like this. It does not. Okay. It's all right. We can fix this. Maybe we can't. Who, buddy? Ooh. All right. There's the deadly gap of 4. All right. Just a row like that. Let's grab our crafting thingies. Plundra. There we go. Everything a man needs. Excluding a fast travel point. All right, cool. Cool. We continue the finagle. All right, let's see here. Let's take a second and get to chat before I continue finagling, because this could take a second here in order to get this boyo figured out. Scaffold revolt trapping people. It is, man, it is. The scaffolding is fighting back. It's like, you can't place 10,000 of us. I thought of making some Sonic Frontiers vids. Dude, ironically, I picked that up for Christmas, and it's such a good Sonic game. I'm really impressed by it. It's like the first open world Sonic game, and it's super decent. Let's read the rest of that comment. After I made 2 vids, I ended up realizing it's best if I don't, due to copyrights. No way! Is the music copywritten? I could totally see that. There's so much music with like vocals and stuff in that game. Thank you for telling me. I was kind of half wondering about doing maybe a members stream of Sonic Frontiers, you know, as one of those random games that I play, but it's good to know. Hey Tenebris, love your content. You've helped me a lot in Generation Zero. Thanks a lot, keep it up. I absolutely will, Ethan, and I am super happy to be of any assistance to you dudes. Sweden has invested many monies into the Project Total Defense, but I doubt that they'll invest this alone. Maybe some BlackRock, like corporation, has helped him in exchange for bad intention things. Whoa. Now there's a thought. We haven't seen the Total Defense program get fully elaborated on here in the game. Who knows? I mean, FOA's been sinister this whole time, so FOA very much could have some sort of an evil plan put together for the Civil Defense program. Just bought a Soviet weapons pack. Why the dashy face? Yo Tenebris, what up my dude? Any chance we get a talent revamp or additions to it? What would you like to see talent-wise or class-wise? Yeah, you mean specializations. So I kind of have this crazy idea I've been really working on for probably, I don't know, ever since we had that survey. So 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, where I've been trying to reimagine the skill system in Generation Zero. So kind of my thought is removing specializations from the game. Though I don't know. Maybe it would be good to keep specializations and expand on them. The thing is, here, alright, so I should explain my thought process for the leveling scheme at least. Which, I guess, spoilers for a future video, but whatever, you guys might find it interesting. So, pretty much, my thought process is, have you guys ever played Borderlands? If you have, then you probably know about badass ranks. Badass ranks are skill points that you accrue on the side of your open level. Your open level gives you skills, but then the badass points let you spec into various stats and kind of min-max a whole bunch of stats all the way up to ridiculous degrees. Now, what I'm trying to do, essentially, and what I've been like racking my brain over for a while here, is trying to figure out how I can take these skills and turn them into a kind of badass rank scenario, where instead of them just having 2 levels, they'd have like 99 levels. They would be really crazy, but they would start off incredibly low, so just like the smallest bonuses to your character. So yeah, maybe let me know what you think of that thought, or think of that idea in the chat here, because it's kind of a spicy idea. I've been working hard on it. Hey Marilyn, how's it going? Yeah, welcome to the stream and stuff. I'm doing excellent. I'm doing absolutely excellent. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you've been having good holidays. Tank's after you. Run! Or I guess you can't run. Fight! Hit him with the shock. Weird. You can get it from rivals, base defense, or base assault. So any one of those that is something that you'd like to do. Whoa, sussy. No worries, Deadeye. What up, James? How's it going, man? My dude. All right, let me read this comment. Nice games. Not time to play now. Hello you. It's my and May friends. I'm living in the Ukraine. Oh, shoutouts to the Ukraine. Oh my God. Wars beds, life good. Don't life wars. I play its game many times. 1 year's not played, dude. Awesome to hear. Huge shoutouts to any viewers from the Ukraine. And much love from Canada. And it's great to hear that there's Ukrainian players of Generation Zero too. Absolute best wishes, dude. Business meeting while you work from home, but I would like to see a way to buy more stat points for uranium. Gagan, maybe you'll catch this on the VOD or something like that. But yeah, man, something like that would be really awesome to see. What's poppin'? We're doing a lot of base building, man. We are placing so many scaffolding, and now we got to figure out what the heck's going on with our kind of spawn point for this base, because we keep spawning inside of scaffolding. You know, who would have thunk placing down too many scaffolding for a base would be a bad thing? So let's kind of figure this out as much as we can. So I feel like we're gonna have to chunk this boyo back by 3. Give ourselves a nice clear little area, little landing zone to drop into. And Scaffy boy, where are you at? Let's place you in there. Place this in here, like so. We're gonna have those 2 spots in the middle, but that's okay. We're just gonna put posts there. Can't get too tripped up about things, right? Sometimes you gotta just build the thing and let it be. Blammo. Blammo. There we go. All right. Now we're going to fast travel, and we're going to wind up in an open spot. Beautiful. And we can use the recycling station right off the bat. What about that? What about that? I didn't even plan that. So excellent, man. Awesome. Cool. That's going to be really good for trying to utilize my mules and stuff. All right, dudes. I'm feeling a bit of a change of pace here. We've done a ton of building, so let's go over what we've built so far before we head off and do a bit of a rival grind for the rest of the stream, I think. We got 20 minutes left. That'll be enough time to take down a handful of rivals here. And let's really quickly read some chat before we do that. Want to see more free guns in this game, like a double barrel shotgun, lever action. Really want to see a lever action, my dude. Car 98, the Swedish version. Yeah, man, heck yeah, that would be a good competitor for the Bosun. And maybe a PPSH for the Soviet soldiers in the marshlands. PPSH would be an interesting weapon. I'm trying to think of the rounds. They're like TT or something like that. They're a very interesting bullet. I don't think they'd be very effective in machine combat, but we use 32 ACP and we wreck machines. So the PPSH would be an awesome weapon because it would have a drum mag, it would have a high rate of fire. It'd be sick. Be nice and controllable too. So I actually agree. PPSH would be sick to see. I forgot the storage. Did I forget the Plundra? The most important part. But there we go. We can access this and we can access the Plundra. Very nice and easy. Can we balance this off? I don't think we can. You know what? How often do I craft apparel? Not very often. Not often enough, at least. I have some ideas actually for the whole apparel crafting that I've wanted to spit out for the longest time, but that's just how backlog goes. Some things get lost on the back burner. All right, and we can make our way around this thing pretty comfortably too. It's not even in there, but that's okay. I think it's kind of not too much of a loss in a base of this scale. So yes. I think I meant to read chat and then I didn't even do it. Or wait, no, I did. That's why we put down the plunder. Yes, yes. So, don't need a donkey. Already have 3 guys. There you go, buddy. Haven't watched since the Minecraft days. James, I thought I recognized your name. What the heck? Good to see streams again. Man, how's it going? It's been a few years. Hopefully you're doing excellent, my dude. Yeah, the streams are still going strong. Covering a game called Generation Zero here. It's a beauty of a gem. Beauty of a hidden gem. What music am I listening to? Big Ol' Funk playlist by Arcane Music. I meant to put it in my description, and I did not. So let's really quickly give shoutouts to the homie RK. I'm gonna grab the link to his channel right here. Channel. RK Music. All right, there we go. RK Music, one of the coolest sources of copyright-free funk that I've found. Probably the only source of copyright-free funk that I've found. But excellent mixes. Highly advise you dudes check them out. It's really good. Funk matches to Generation Zero really, really well. So let's really quickly run along here. So we've got our turrets placed in. We've got just massive amount of scaffolding placed all around here. We've got pathways to make sure that we could get to all of the sides as we need to. And admittedly, flying around this base, popping maybe a rad kit or something like that, and sprinting full tilt around here is going to be really, really efficient for base defense. Now, this area is an area we're going to have to figure out in the next stream, and then for the final stream, we'll wrap up that last chunk over there. It is kind of coming down to the wire, though, in regards to getting this base finished before I go on holidays. So I guess we'll see if I can make it happen. I have faith. Kill lots of rivals, Colin. A beautiful country. Dude, Ukraine's a beautiful country, and it is the biggest shame for what's gone on in the Ukraine. It's honestly, from my perspective, a revolting scenario. So much love to the Ukraine. Kill lots of rivals. That's the way. I need to get back into making GZ vids. You absolutely do, my dude. You absolutely do. Because you were saying you've been taking a break from Generation Zero anyway. And so that's kind of the perfect way to get back into it. Oh, dude. Plooper. That's an excellent name. Coming through with the 1 buckaroo. Thank you so much, man. Very much appreciate the dono. That's going to go into the coffee fund. I never actually noticed how beautiful the sky is in GZ when you look up at it. One of my favorite skyboxes, dudes. One of my favorite times in this game is dawn. Just as the sun's rising, the skybox is beautiful in this game. The peaches, the pinks, the oranges and stuff, it all blends together. It's like a Bob Ross painting. Look, we got this harvester back. No way. I don't even think that we quit the menu there. All we did was fast travel. This poor boyo. This poor harvester is going to get farmed so much, man. You are going to be... Whoa, hey! Our health's kind of low. You are going to be the thing that keeps my region score up. Yorkie joining my dudes. Thank you so much for joining up to my members, man. We grow stronger. Soon we'll have a full-blown army. Plooper coming through with another buckaroo. Ah, let's go, man. Thank you very much. The dono is super appreciated. With that, now that I got $2, that's a solid coffee there. All right, Harvey boy, why you doing your dance? That's what you get. Is he gonna have loot? Whoa, hey, 1 crown coat knock. He had the god loot. What? Dilapidated grenade launcher. I almost want to take a look at it. Let's take a quick look at this. Rusty boyo. Not too bad, actually. What about the coat knock? Is the coat knock? There we go. That's more like it. Rusty boyo. You know what we gotta do for a stream, my dudes? We gotta drop the 5 crown and experimental weapons and just run around with some rusty guns. Just some really crappy rusty guns. One of my favorite rusty guns is the Mauser. The Mauser has this great particle effect from the end of it when you shoot. So we gotta do a stream like that at some point. Flooper joining up to my dudes. Thank you so much, man. You guys are legendary. We're getting back up there in channel members. I think we're getting back up to around 70 or something, which is crazy. Oh, speaking of crazy numbers, we're like 100 subscribers away from 20,000, my dudes. That's mental. That's something that I never expected to see, let alone in year 3. Thank you so much for your support, dudes. I think once we hit 20K, I'm gonna have to make a video on it at least. At least. I think some folks were asking for the Discord to be revived, so we could also try to make that happen too. Yo, Fire Dragon, how's it going, man? Long time no see, potentially. I don't know if you've caught my recent streams, but it's going excellent, dude. How are you doing? Happy hump day, my dude. Absolutely welcome to my dudes. Oh, Plooper, thank you so much. I'm gonna show that message. You too, Deadeye. Oh, cheers, dudes. Yeah, if anyone hasn't, maybe consider subscribing to stick around. Trust me, 2023 is going to be an insane year, and you will not want to miss what's going on. Let's just say... Okay, I can't say too much. Let's just say that I can't say too much. Alright, there's the Vandal. Can we do this with just 556? Let's find out. Runners! I guess we have the 270 shock if we run out of ammo. What are we using? FMJ. Not gonna work. We'll light them up first with the AP. With an assist from the doggo. Let's go. What do we got? Nothing. Oh, soft point. I'll take it. You know what I've always thought about doing, my dudes? Is doing a Reaper fight with a 1 crown AG5. Though I feel like it would be like 8 hours, probably, potentially, of fighting the Reaper. If anyone doesn't know, 556 is one of the weakest ammo types in the whole game. I think you do more damage from a baseball bat than you do from a 556 here in the game. I'll have to run the numbers on that at some point. You can make light work of doggos, but that's pretty much it. Nice! Yeah, I guess that was maybe a classic thing, eh? Oh, did it lag really bad? Whoa. Oh, Anthony, you take it easy, my dude. Have yourself a great night, man. Yo, what up, Armsmith? Welcome to the stream, man. Look at that. We kill a rival, we get a rival. One in, one out. Don't do semi or it'll take 2 days. Oh, buddy, my finger would fall off. I'd have to go over to the middle finger and that one would fall off too. Okay, dudes, I got such a bad finger cramp from doing the Molar versus the Reaper. It was horrible. It was like a day where moving my finger, I could just feel it along my whole hand, you know? All right, there we go. Just a little bit of 50 BMG. We're traveling quite light today. A lot of changes in the game happened in a year. You played it from the very beginning. You've played since 2019, dude? Awesome. Great to know. How many folks? When did you start playing Generation Zero? Let me know in the chat. Was it this year? Last year? Let me know. Yo, what up, Z3? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Let's do a quick reload and hop over this. I don't have jump boost on this clothing apparel. That's funny. The irony of me talking about not doing clothing crafting anymore, and then I'm missing the schematic that I need. But let's see here, really quickly. Okay, you're just a level 1, and the other one's just a level 1. So we're gonna let those boyos sit. I think Garpamar's looking nice, man. A nice little set of, what, 6 rivals? Let's go. This year, dude, let's go. This year, I'm making a year in review video for while I go on holidays, and this year has been the best year. We'll talk about it more in the video, but it has been an insane year for Generation Zero, my dudes. So look forward to that one coming next week. I don't want to make promises, but I'm aiming for January 1st. It's on sale right now. Yes. Generation Zero. Yeah. And all of its DLC too, I believe. Or most of its DLC. Like 6 months ago, saw the game in 2022. Gen Z is now your favorite game. Dude, you know what? I feel like that happens to so many people. They're like, they see the game and they're like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'll give it a shot. And then they play it for a week and they're like, man, I'm hooked. That's it, man. This is my favorite game. Which is awesome. I think it really accounts to how Generation Zero is like a hidden gem for us. Oh, Plooper, cheers, man. I'm gonna have to go. I'm heading out to the eye doctor in a minute. Whoa, hey! Hopefully you have a good eye doctor appointment there, my dude. Yeah, I'm very thankful to have, like, solid vision. There was a while where I was using, like, some blue light glasses, but they kind of bugged my eyes. Oh, hey. Where am I shooting? And a quick scope for you! And a quick scope for you! And a quick scope for you in the back! What are you all fighting against? Ah, ball boys. Nothing. Oh, hey. There was a hill there. All right, you're gonna give us something, right? You just leveled up to level 3. You're gonna give us something real nice. Something real good. Nope. Whoa! That hunter caught the sickest air. Hey, ball boys, watch me do a kickflip because you don't have feet to do the kickflip. Actually, though, I've watched some ball boys roll over things and do some of the gnarliest kickflips in this game. All right, so what are we going for next? Another freaking hunter. Hate him. Hate him, don't want him, don't need him. Oh, Kevin, coming through 5 buckaroos. Let's hit 20k subs before 2023. If we could, that would be the dream. That would be the absolute dream. Love your videos, was watching since the beginning. Let's go, man. Shoutouts to all the longtime homies. I really do appreciate you all. Wouldn't be where I am without you guys. All right. Oh, wait. Yeah, you know, today just feels like a day where my aim is just ever slightly off. At least my building was on point. Wins and losses. Step. The machine gun. Oh, and we got the fire rate bug. Excellent. Soviets with your fancy tricks. Take that. Where did you come up with your name, Tenebris Infinite? Me, personally, I got my username from a friend when I was like 7. Oh, dude. So I came up with the name Tenebris when I was really young. It's Latin for darkness. I was a metalhead. I was super edgy. And I was like, man, I need my gamer tag to be really edgy, but really smart. So I started using Tenebris. Hey, the one shot, sick. So I started using Tenebris back then on an old game called Adventure Quest. If anyone knows what Adventure Quest is, shoutouts, man. So it was like Adventure Quest and RuneScape. And then the Infinite just kind of happened along the way. I needed a YouTube name, and I was like, all right, let's see, like, how can we make the name cooler? Why not slap Infinite onto it? So the Infinite doesn't have as much of a deep meaning, but the Tenebris is like, it's the gamer tag that I've had since I was a wee lad. All right, let's see here. The other rival is just over here. Pop a quick God mode to make our way on over to him. Oh, gotta go. Gonna find something to eat. Dude, Deadeye, thank you so much for hanging out. You have yourself an excellent rest of your day. Maybe fire up some GZ. Re-download it and fire it up. Get yourself a good session of GZ while you snack. But take it easy, my dude. Thank you again for hanging out. Make a 360 no-scope. Let's see if my sensitivity's high. All right. Yeah, there we go. Normally, I run my sensitivity actually a lot lower to make things nice and smooth. So, yeah. Whoop, hey. Break in. At some point. At some point. You know, in all honesty, all right, so here's the thing. I actually really didn't play shooters very much before Generation Zero. I would play Far Cry games, I would play Borderlands, but that was essentially it. And then I started playing Generation Zero and I was like, man, it's actually a lot more fun than I kind of thought. So with Generation Zero, I've kind of gotten into, like, you know, some of the more cliche things, like, you know, quick scoping and stuff. But 360 no scoping is something that I actually kind of want to add to my repertoire. We'll see if I practice that out someday. Whoa, now my sensitivity's super high. Let's turn that back down. There we go. Tried to disarm a tank. I did it, but it kept running at me. The tank be like, you were warned. It's always the worst when you shoot off the weapons and then the tank's like, this is my calling. It's my time to run. All of a sudden, when the tank pops a rad kit, right? What mouse am I using? A Razer Basilisk. Yeah, so not exactly top of the line. Kind of more of like a mid-tier mouse. But I quite like it. It pairs up with my my other Razer stuff quite nicely. How to get experimental weapons and some armor. There is no armor in the game, but experimental weapons come from rivals, base assaults, as well as base defenses. And the Reaper. Seeing that experimental KVM 59 made me sad. You accidentally scrapped yours a while ago while trying to make space in your box. Dude, that feel, man. That absolute feel. So I had my first accidental scrapping too, actually, just a little while back. It was my bow, but it was the bow with the scope on it that had the vision attachment. So you can't do that anymore. And it separated the scope and the vision attachment, I'm pretty sure. So it's all lost. It's all lost, dudes. Which is a huge rip to the dream for my legless build. Poor guy hasn't seen any gameplay since. Alright, let's head off to Garpamar here. What's the easiest way? Rivals is probably the easiest method. With rivals, you get this quantity thing. So as long as you're just grinding up a lot of rivals and minding the cooldown and continuously grinding rivals, it's inevitable that you'll get all of the experimentals. It's just a question of time and effort. So rivals are probably your best bet, but nowadays with having so many options, the thing that I really advise to people is keeping it varied and doing all of them. Doing base assaults, base defenses, and rival grinds. That way, you're getting the most out of your gameplay here in Generation Zero. Maybe don't do base defenses if you don't like base building. Absolutely fair for that one. But base assaults are super fun and a great method of earning experimentals alongside the rivals. What video card do I have? RTX 3080? Alt F4, hoping it wouldn't save. Did it? Did it save? Hopefully not. Yo, what up, Tepla Noja? Hopefully I'm saying that right. How's it going, dude? Happy hump day. Welcome to the stream. We're killing off a couple more rivals, and then I think we're gonna call it a bit of a wrap. We've made some really good progress building so far, and in our next stream, we're going to tackle probably one of the biggest chunks of the base yet. Stel, good morning, my dude. Welcome to the stream. 1660? No, not. Oh, hey, what am I shooting at? There we go. Alright, so we still have to make our way along here. Experimental clock 17 with shock ammo, even better than the KVM. Dude, lately, Plooper, the experimental clock is a monster in this game. If anyone has the experimental clock, throw some shock ammo into it and let the bullets fly. It's just absolutely disgusting. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite sidearms. It's not going to beat the style of the N9, but its utility is just massive. Where are you going, doggo? Alright. Just over yonder here. Now the end of mine. Let's go! Yeah, I feel really bad. I didn't know that Pontus was doing the stream only on Twitch there. So, yeah. So I found that out, like, just before I started firing up my own stream, and I was like, damn it. Someone is running out of 50 cal, I see. Let's see if we can make it happen in these 16 shots. I'm kind of doubtful, but maybe we can if we focus just on the rivals. But look at them. They're part of the same pack. That's cool. 1, 2. And there we go. Look at that. Totally made it way easier than I expected. Oh, sapling hitbox. Yes, the double. Nice. Frickin' ticks everywhere. I'm just looking for fancy clothing. Dark gray and light. All right, that's new. Gonna take that. Saw some people were looking for the experiment. Oh, it wasn't new. Bummer. Some people have had a really hard time finding the experimental Magnus. I swear to God, I find it on like every third rival. RNG, man. It's horrible sometimes. Hi, Tena, can you help me out? I got the golden skin for a weapon. I don't know to which it's going on. That's a pretty hard one, Louis. So, really, the only way you can find it out... oh, you said gold skin. Beauty. Beauty. All right, the gold skin goes on the Magnus, my friend. So you want to go on to the Magnus, enter into its attachments, go to skins, and click it on, and your skin is going to look something like this. Actually quite nice looking. Experimental sledgehammer over all experimental weapons. I respect that. Sledge gang. Frickin' sledge gang, dude. Controllable infinite EMPs. You can't really go wrong with that. Yeah, hopefully that helps you out, Louis. That's the weapon? that's the weapon you don't play. No, dude, no. All right, well, maybe it'll give you an excuse to bust out the Magnus just for a little bit. The Magnus is punishing, though. The Magnus is totally punishing. All right, let's fast travel here. Get ourselves a good view. Pop a squat. So my goal for all of these streams, and so far we've been successful, my dudes, but my goal for all of these streams is to AFK and make sure that we're getting sunny, nice weather in Generation Zero for every single stream. And so far we're doing pretty okay with that. Hopefully I can keep it up for the rest of this week. I think I can, though. I think I can. I've got more than enough time to sit and vibe, and I've got some shows to watch. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of this show called Alice in Borderland over on Netflix, but I am very much enjoying season 2 of that show. Sup, dude? How you doing? I'm doing excellent, Gabriel. How are you doing, man? We are just at the tail end of the stream here. We just finished off killing off a bunch of rivals, and we did a massive chunk of the base. So if any of you dudes have the opportunity, please check out the VOD after the stream. Some really good progress today. Also, you get to see me whiff shots all over the place. What do I do if a mission gets bugged? Sadly, you report it on the forums. That is the best method of dealing with a bugged mission. Here, let me pop a link to the forums in the chat for you, my dude. The forums are the best place to report a bug. We'll even put you in bug reports here. So, if you got a second, Please go. Oh, Blooper, my dude. If you've got a second, please go off to the forum and post any bugs you encounter. It is the best method of getting them fixed. Just did some negotiating for money for donos. Let's go, man. 2 buckaroos. That is a full-blown coffee and a donut there. Good old Tim's, right? I really want to... Oh, no. Yeah, Steam's being really harsh on Russian players. Purely for the decisions of their government, and yeah, that's a harsh scenario. Beautiful scenery, right? Getting the sun off the water and everything like that. I'd love to go to this little island. I don't know why, but I want to go there. The time's going very quickly. Yeah, this hour flew by, man. It's like I blinked and it's over. Though I find most streams are like that. I start up the stream, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And then like 2 seconds later, I'm like, yes, it's been an hour. How did that happen? When I was fighting the Reaper last night, I saw him take down a Firebird. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. How'd he take it down? Here's the real question. Did he take it down with the rockets? Because that's a god shot. Did he take it down with the MG? Or did he take it down with the thermobaric? Unfortunately, the first aid kits do not help so quickly. It's better to play this game than to see the war with your own eyes. Peace to all. Peace to you and peace to the Ukraine, my dude. Peace to the Ukraine. Oh. That's cheap. No, it's the $4. It's the $4. It's all of it added together. I wish it was the $2. I actually remember. I remember when Tim's used to be that cheap. Back in the 90s. What the literal heck did I miss? I know, Iron Diamond. I'm scared to find out after this stream. Should I use my uranium for 762 shock or 9mm shock? Not Rex, I would say 9mm shock all the way. I can't remember if you get more, but you're going to be using less of it. Semi-auto weapons, and also they kind of do a bit more damage from the looks of things. I haven't run the numbers yet, but it seems like 9mm shock does more damage than 762 shock, which is kind of fun. GZ living up to GZ. Reaper flew a kilometer away from the place of your death yesterday. You were looking for it for 15 minutes. Did you actually find it, C3? Oh, man. Machines flying off into the sunset seems to be a bit of a norm these days in Generation Zero, which is a shame. I've lost a couple good rivals that way myself. Water! Yes, sir, Vale. You know it, man. Cheers, my dude. With the rockets, Lucky Rocket, you also got the experimental AG4 and a GRG. Let's go, dude! Let's go! Unpopular opinion, FMJ better than AP. No, you know what, Will? That is the opinion of somebody who actually knows what's going on in Generation Zero. A lot of people are like, yeah, I only run AP, but the thing that they don't realize is they're doing way less damage by running only AP. And yeah, sure, you're breaking through armor quicker, but you're taking down the machine's health and component health slower. So FMJ all the way. And actually, if you're a real big brain here in Generation Zero, hollow points and soft points all the way. That stuff does crazy damage to any sort of component. What are your recommendations for a mechanic build? I want to use 3 or 4 weapons and the rest utility. So for the skill build, I would say try to include enough things to keep yourself tanky. Mechanic builds can typically be kind of glass cannons in the game, so try to get yourself as tanky as possible. For weapons, high fire rate, high fire rate, DPS, just pure DPS. So find yourself a main SMG that you really enjoy. Experimental Capist is advised. And then for your slow heavy hitter, PVG all the way. With the hazmat gas mask suit, I find it a little bit tough to make the gas masks entirely work with full outfits, but I do think that you could probably use... Here, let's see. Let's see if we can't whip together a quick outfit. I think you could probably use the experimental with green camo alongside the hazmat mask. It depends on the green. Let's see. Where is the hazmat? It is a bit of a different green, eh? That's the hard thing about the hazmat mask, is that it's like an olive green where the rest is like this really dark green. Let's see if we can't find something to work with this. I mean, you could always go with the jean jacket and just be basically like a stalker. Yeah, because even the hazard suit jacket doesn't really actually go with the mask too well. That's hilarious. Oh, here's a thought. The exosuit goes with it, dude. Because it's pretty much the same green. Right? There we go. I think the exosuit would probably be the best with the gas mask. Just from a simple takeaway there. Let's go back to the Miami suit. Miami suit with the black. And then, what were we doing? I think it was pilot glasses gold? Something like that. Something like that, dudes. Oh, look, we even got the sunset. Nice, man. Nice. You want to snorkel for your profile? Let's go. What is impact resistance? So impact resistance blocks you from melee damage, Eric, and it's actually really useful. It's a shame that we don't have access to it. I believe we don't have access to it. Let me double check. Yeah, we don't have access to impact resistance, but it's such a useful skill because it really makes you tanky. You ever launch yourself with air tanks? Plooper coming in with another dono, my dude. To the moon. Honestly, I get myself to the mainland that way all the time, my dude. Just the other day, actually, I was farming up wood for our base. And so I just grabbed like 5 air tanks and just placed them all down and yeeted myself. Fully cleared this island and just went like all the way to the mainland. It was great. Look like a true gentleman. Let's go. That's what I'm hoping for. With a little bit of the after shadow, the mustache and everything like that. Use more like 40. Well, if you position them, you can actually use the ragdoll of Generation Zero for a bit of a little bit of trickery with the physics in the game engine. So basically, you just have them cascading forwards. So you make something like an arrow shape or something on the ground, and the resulting shockwaves kind of stack on top of each other. So you don't actually have to use an excessive amount. Gifting memberships and everything. Plooper, thank you so much for your generosity today, dude. Seriously. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you so much, man. And it was Louie. Let's go, dude. Actually, speaking of members, before we wrap up here, we're going to be doing a pre-stream with the members tomorrow. So please stay tuned for that. It's going to be our last members stream before I go on holidays. So you really don't want to miss it. Yeah. My dudes, I think we're going to wrap up here. We've had a really meaty stream, and I want to say thank you so much to everyone who hung out. Plooper, your donos, again, thank you, dude. And to the homies in the Ukraine, peace to the Ukraine, absolutely. And to everyone else, have an absolutely fantastic rest of your Wednesday. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Until then, peace out, my dudes.